guys, my name is Chantel. Welcome back to my channel and thanks for hanging out with me today. So, I know it's been a good minute since my last Haikyu video and I just want to apologize for that. It's been a weird time in our world and I just really wasn't in the mood to sit down and film a video with everything going on. It's just personally it did not feel right and I just, like I said, my mood just wasn't like there, like my heart really wasn't into it, so I was just like, okay, let me just take a break, and that's basically what I did, and now I feel good. I feel like I can do this again. But yeah, so with this video, the way that it's gonna go is basically you guys are gonna see me do my makeup as I talk about this week's chapter. I haven't done these type of videos in a while. The last time I did my makeup while talking about something was with my Haikyu reviews and with Eilish 7. So I was like, you know what, let's bring it back with the Haikyu chapters for now. And yeah, so without further ado, I'm gonna stop my ramblings and let's just get straight to the video now. Alrighty you guys, so chapter 399, we're about to hit the 400 chapter milestone. Like, wow. Like, I still can't believe it. I feel like we were just in chapter 300 like yesterday. And here we are like 100 chapters later. Like, we're about to be in chapter 400 next week, and this match with the Adlers and Black Jackals are about to conclude like pretty soon. And it makes me sad because I'm like, well, what am I gonna do like after this once Haikyu is like officially over? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. It's gonna be really weird not having to wake up every morning and be excited for a new chapter on Sundays, and it's just, yeah, it's gonna be rough. And I haven't been in this fandom for too long. I've only been reading the manga since like 2015, I think, because I know I read the manga right after season 1 ended, and that summer that season 2 was announced, I was like, I need to read the manga, especially because people were like screaming about Tsukishima and I wanted to know why. And yeah, anyway, it's just been like a really amazing journey overall, and seeing how Furudata's been delivering these character stories week by week has been such an experience and so incredibly amazing that I'm just so happy that I was able to pick up Haikyu. So I'm just gonna like leave that at that for now. I feel like it's too early to get sappy right now, but yeah, so this week's chapter, like I said, there was more so like action happening than like, you know, dialogue, which was like kind of nice, but at the same time I feel like whenever we get like a chapter focusing just on the match itself instead of like a certain character and have like all this dialogue, I feel like the chapter goes by so quick. Like, by the time that I'm at the last page of the chapter, I'm like, that's it? Like, where's the rest of it? Like, because you just want more, you know? So yeah, that's kind of how I felt by the end of the chapter. But man, there is one thing that I do want to talk about regarding this week's chapter, and that is with Kageyama. Specifically towards the end of it, when he starts thinking about his grandpa, and oh my gosh, I lost it when I saw like that visual of him holding his grandpa's hand, and I was like, Furudata is like coming in with the feels, man. And then seeing Kageyama's dialogue here was just, I feel like it struck a chord in me. Like, it felt so powerful just hearing him say how, you know, like, I have all these amazing players around me and here I am standing where I am now, and I get to play more volleyball and be excited about it because now he has like an opponent like Hinata, who is just freaking amazing. Like, Hinata, oh my gosh, I have so much to say about Hinata, you guys, but maybe I'll save that for a different video. But anyway, but now he's facing like Hinata as a powerful opponent, and I feel like Kageyama could not have asked for a better opponent. And like, I have a lot of feelings, man. But let me tell you guys, like, that last panel that we got with Kageyama smiling and then seeing Hinata too, like, it gave me chills because you can see just how much fun Kageyama is having. Like, this is like I have no words, clearly, because I'm over here like speechless about it, right? Maybe it's just me with these past recent chapters, but I feel like I've been getting emotional week by week, and it's just, I don't know, and then adding to the fuel that Haikyuu's ending soon just doesn't help. But yeah, anyway, I guess let's just talk about like other moments that I liked that happened in the match. Which one of the moments that like really caught my attention was when Kageyama did that, what do you call it? Like it's like it looked like he was gonna do like a dump, but it wasn't, and I knew that was gonna happen because this is Kageyama we're talking about. Of course he's gonna pull something off like this. So he had everybody in the Black Jackals fooled into thinking that he was going for a dump, and I was like, oh my god, like of course, like I said, it's such a Kageyama move, but at the same time him pulling a dump right here and now is also like something that he would do. So I think that's why it was so believable. Like I don't know what else I could say about that. Like that was like really impressive that he could easily like make them believe that he was gonna go for that dump when he in fact wasn't. And like he basically played them. He had them do what he wanted them to do. And that's really impressive of Kageyama, man. And since we're already on the topic of Kageyama, like at first like I didn't get what he was doing when he goes to like not necessarily the other side of the court, because Hinata's face also was like, you can tell he was kind of like a little bit confused. He's like, what is he doing? But he was able to set the ball to Hoshimi from that distance and that angle, and I was like, oh my god, like Kageyama, like stop. Like the dude is a monster player, which I mean makes sense because they are called the Monster Generation. But yeah, like it's just, oh man, just the things that he's pulling off in this match, I'm just like, oh my god. And again, I think like my love for Kageyama is definitely like getting stronger the more the chapters go on too. I guess like little teeny tiny like random little things that I like want to mention just for fun, because you know this is my video, like why not? Does anybody else hear like the little sound effects whenever Kageyama like spins the ball, like when he's about to serve? Like I don't know, like I feel like at this point I feel like it's like engraved into my mind now, that it's just whenever I see him do that I can feel like I can hear it. I don't know, like am I just crazy for thinking that, or do you guys feel the same way? Because like maybe it's also because I always listen to the Haikyu soundtrack too, and I know the first track, I think in the season 2 soundtrack, you hear like that little swish, and I just like, oh, like every time I hear like that soundtrack and I hear like the ball like spinning, I'm like I can just picture Kageyama, like yeah, anyways. So I like I said, I don't know if I'm just that deep into Haikyu or not, but yeah, I just thought it would be fun to mention that, just because, you know, it's just, I don't know, pretty random, right? And I guess the last and final thing that I do want to talk about, just because I personally just want to gush about Hinata. Basically, like, all I really want to say regarding Hinata is I'm like so impressed every time he receives Kageyama's serves. Or like anybody in general, honestly. Like I'm always so impressed. I'm just like, that's my boy, that's my sweet baby boy. Like I'm just so proud of Hinata and how far he's come. And I feel like I am just repeating myself at this point, because I feel like I always say this when it comes to Hinata. It's just, I'm just so proud of the player and person he's become, and how like it's so hard not to gush about him and like get excited when he receives the ball like so nicely. And it's just, I'm proud of him. And you know, I always really loved Hinata as a character, but I feel like now my love for Hinata has grown a lot more. Like my sweet baby boy has definitely grown so much more into my heart than he did before. And I feel like I can really appreciate him, and I can definitely see why so many people love him as like their #1 favorite, because like I'll be honest, like Hinata is definitely getting there. I wouldn't be shocked if he takes my boy Atsumu and Tsukishima's spot as like my #1 in my heart, because Hinata is growing on me like more and more. I mean, like I said, not that he like wasn't like here and that I didn't like him. It's just like, you know, like personal preference. Like I've said this before like a million times, I love Atsumu and Tsukishima, like they're my #1s, but I feel like Hinata's just gonna come in and be like move out of the way, I'm her number one now, you know? Like, I really genuinely love Hinata so much, and maybe more so than I did. And yeah, like, I think that's all I have to say. I'm really excited to see like what's gonna happen in next week's chapter, especially the way that Hinata looks at the end of the panel. Like, oh, like it gave me goosebumps. Like, like, wow, like that's also one of the things that I love about Furudate is just like the facial expressions alone and how intense he makes them look. Like with these characters specifically, like it always amazes me because like whenever I see like these faces on these characters, like it gives me like absolute chills. Like, oh my gosh. I feel like just with the way that he delivers like the expressions and the way that he draws them out just like adds more depth to the story. And like, I don't know, like I don't know if I'm making any sense, but hopefully I am. But yeah, anyway, I think that's about it. That's really all I have to say about this week's chapter. It left kind of on a cliffhanger because it looks like Kagema's about to like spike the ball and Hinata's just like ready to go. Like it looks like Hinata has like an idea of where the ball's probably gonna go. So like I said, we'll see what happens next week. I am so excited. And yeah, that's all I have to say for right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take off my little Mickey ears and just, you know, say my outro. Alright you guys, so that concludes my overall thoughts on this week's chapter of Haikyu. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I was kind of all over the place, didn't really have too much to add and say, but I hope you guys don't mind my ramblings either way. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy out there, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!